And fourth, after preparing for the 60 years old, what can we do in order for us to have the monthly income at 60 years old, right? So I think these are the 4 pointers that I will share with everyone in this webinar. Okay, right. So for the first one, okay, before we look into the CPF Life and before we go for the preparation, let us recap back that we have a CPF. As Singaporeans, we have to contribute to CPF, especially for those who are working as an employee, right? So we have OA, which is ordinary account with the growth of 2.5%, and we have special account with the growth of 4.05%. Okay, and take note that as of next year, the SA account, the special account, will not exist when you are 55. So when you are 55, the SA, the special account, will automatically transfer to retirement account. Okay, all right. So here, okay, once you are 55 years old, what will happen is that they will give you these 3 choices. The first is basic retirement sum, full retirement sum, and enhanced retirement sum. Okay, so for the basic retirement sum, okay, so for all of this retirement sum, it will increase every year, right? So next year, it will not be 102,000, it will be more. And full retirement sum, it will be more. And enhanced retirement sum, it will not be 308, but rather it will be 4 times of basic retirement. It will be 400,000 plus. Okay, so take note of that first. Secondly, okay, it is made mandatory, okay, to choose each of these. So example, I can choose basic retirement sum, 102,900, and the rest I can take out from my CPF. Okay, so what will they do with the basic retirement sum? They will put it in retirement account. Okay, similarly, if I choose full retirement sum, then that full retirement sum I can put into the retirement account. And similarly, enhanced retirement sum we put into retirement account. Okay, the rest, example, if you have 500,000, if you choose basic retirement sum, then you have around 397,000, okay, to take out from your CPF when you are 55 years old. So that's where you can do, maybe you can invest that particular amount, okay. But however, this year there's another rule, okay, that say that for the money that is in the special account, you don't have any choice to choose basic retirement or full retirement. You will automatically go to full retirement. So meaning, for example, I have 200,000 in my special account, right? As an example. For the rule next year, once you turn 55 years old, that particular special account, okay, 200,000 will automatically go to retirement account. Means you cannot choose basic retirement sum in your special account. So you are, I won't say forced, but it is an initiative so that you can have more retirement account. So what will they do with this retirement sum that you have to, in a way, lock into retirement account, RA? So actually, they will give out this particular retirement account as payouts monthly when you are 65. Okay, you can actually choose 65, 66, 67, for example. Okay, so this is where you have an auto preparation for 65 years old, meaning that, example, if you put 102,000 102,900, you will get $880 monthly when you are 65 until you are 99. Okay, if you choose full retirement sum, you will get 1,350. Okay, and I believe that's the initiative that the government, okay, wants for the Singaporeans to have at least full retirement sum so that you can have more monthly payout when you are 65 years old. Okay, you can actually choose 65, 66, 67 until 70, if I'm not mistaken. But the start of it is 65 years old. Okay, all right. Okay, so what happens? So there's a question here. What happens if I don't meet the basic retirement sum when I'm 55? So basically, you can take out $5,000. The rest of it, okay, will be put into retirement account. So when you are 55, you can take out $5,000. So last time, I think in our grandfather or father's time, they can actually take out everything. Okay, then after that, we have this basic retirement sum. You can choose. Okay, so that's what will happen. Okay, for the one who was asking lah. Okay, so $5,000 is something that's like, no, you can take out. Okay, even though you do not meet the basic retirement sum. However, after that, they will put everything into the basic retirement sum. Okay, I think this is a good question. Okay, so for us to understand that, oh, if I do not meet the basic retirement sum, okay, then my payout will be lower than 880. So the 880 is actually for the basic retirement sum. If it is lesser than that, then your monthly will be lesser lah. So I think that's where the government is a bit worried that if you don't have at least the basic retirement or full retirement sum, then that will be a problem, especially if you are 65 and above and you do not have a monthly payout. Okay, this is the questions will be asked, like what if I cannot work, if we cannot work, and where will we get our monthly income, for example? Okay, all right. So that's the question that we have to ask ourselves. Two questions. Can we achieve at least 205,800 at 55 years old? Meaning that we have that to put into full retirement sum. And another question is CPF Life payout sufficient for us as a monthly income? So for example, if I choose, if firstly, is it enough or not? And I think that's where Mr. Aziz have the question comes from, like, what if we don't have enough? Okay, then the monthly payout will be lesser. Okay, but if we have enough, is the payouts, the monthly payout, is it sufficient or not? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves. And I think the main answer for this is a reality check for us, that we have the rising home prices right now. So we know that we are using, so CPF is supposed to be our retirement plan. Okay, but however, because of the rising home prices, this is where CPF has become a place where you use the money for houses. And which begs the question, then where is our retirement plan? Okay, because I believe that those who have used their CPF a lot for the houses, then you will not have much left in the CPF. So this is where the question comes in. Okay, what if I don't meet the basic retirement sum? Can I achieve the full retirement sum or the basic retirement sum? All of these are questions that we have to ask ourselves. Okay, so this is where we can actually prepare better for our 60. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, I think firstly we have to be grateful that we have this auto preparation for 65 years old. I think that's good enough. Okay, but however, I think this is where we have to take the matters at hand, because right now the economy, the housing prices is going up like crazy, I would say. So this is a question that, how to prepare better for our 60 years old. Okay, so two ways or two-pronged solution. Okay, so two things you can do to actually start to prepare better. First, you can start to increase the growth of your CPF. Okay, so when we talk about growth, I'm talking about investing. So you can start to think of investing your CPF. Okay, inshallah, later I will share with you certain case studies, okay, to show that you can actually grow more than 2.5%. Okay, second is to start your own investment fund. So meaning that you have to take matters into your own hand, okay, and you have to start your own investment fund using cash. Okay, using cash. So this is the two-pronged solution that you can do from now to ensure that firstly you have the monthly payout from CPF. Okay, and secondly, is for you to have to start your monthly income from 60 years old, and you take matters into your own hand and you start to invest and start to save, okay, for your 60 years old. Okay. Okay. So the first one is increase the growth of your CPF. So that's the first step to accelerate the growth of your own CPF. Okay. So as we know, we see here that ordinary account is 2.5%. Special account is 4.05%. Retirement account is 4.05%. Okay. So if you just put it into ordinary account, it will be 2.5%. Okay. So this is where if you can actually accelerate, make it 5%, make it 6%. That's where you can actually gain more. Okay, especially if you are 30 now, imagine if you can start to invest and start to grow your money. Okay. This is a case study. Okay, this is one of my clients, okay, that invested 100,000, not last year, but rather early this year. And you can see here that he invested $100,000, and you can look into the account value right now, 115,000. So if you look here, the percentage is 15%. Okay, of course, again, disclaimer, this is in a good market. Okay, this is in a good economy, for example, in the investment or in the finance industry right now. Okay, but however, this is where a good management of investing or investment can actually help you to gain more than 2.5%. Okay, so this is where later, inshallah, I'll share with you the methods that I learned how to actually, manage your investment. Okay, yeah, so this is, so just imagine 100,000 is your CPF, and you have already gain the profit of $15,000, and this is only for this year. Okay, then we go for next year, then we invest again, for example. So this is where you accelerate your CPF lah, basically. Okay, not just following the flow. Okay, and I think this is where, as a Muslim, we see this as an opportunity, that rather than complaining about, example, one of the things that you can not say complain, but you can actually voice out is, why is it still 2.5%? Right? You can see inflation rising right now. Why is it still 2.5%? Why is it still 4.05%? But rather than us complaining, why not we take matters into our own hand and we start to do something with our money or CPF money? That's one example. Okay. Yeah. So the key thing here is, because you are investing or you are putting in a lump sum, we have to be careful. We have to put into a portfolio, meaning that you have to have a good management of, the portfolio and the funds and the money. Okay. Yeah. So this is one example. So why I show you this example, to show that it is not impossible. And this is not like 2 years or 1 year investing. This is just a few months old, right? Just a few months old. I have a colleague who actually has invested her clients with 40% increase. Again, we are not talking about crypto. We are not talking about individual stocks, which is more riskier, which is more, I would say, dangerous in the sense lah. Okay. We are talking about unit trust, which I will share what is unit trust later. Okay. So that's the first step. Okay, to accelerate the growth of your CPF. And what is the objective? To increase the CPF life payouts. So imagine you can increase your CPF, and thus you can maybe try to put into full retirement sum. Okay, or if you can try to stretch to enhance also can. Okay, yeah. So this is, I think, the most safest way, especially if you want to get the monthly payout, because the monthly payout is until 99 years old. That's very important to take note. Okay, the monthly payout is until 99 years old. Okay, and this is actually like a plan lah. Okay, let's say investment plan. So even though your money might not be sufficient, but because you already put in the money for them to invest, that's where they agreed for you to, okay, I will give you the money, the payout until you are 99 years old. Okay, so this is where you have to take advantage of this particular plan. Okay. Yeah, so that's the first step for you to accelerate the growth of your CPF. And I believe everyone here have your own CPF, but of course you have to have a good management of your portfolio of your investment. Okay, right. Okay, the next solution, okay, is to start your own investment fund. Okay, so what is the objective? So maybe last time what you do is you grow your savings. Okay, you save, then after that you just take out the payouts from your savings. Okay, however, what you want to do is you want to grow the savings and have more monthly income to more efficient. Okay, so an example of savings. Okay, so imagine that you are saving $6,000 per year. So for example, you are 35 years old, for example. Okay, so you have 25 years left for you to go to 60 years old. So you invest 6,000, or you save, in this scenario you save $6,000. So after 25 years you will have saved $150,000. Okay, this is just a sum for us to just look into the calculation. So what happens if at the end of the 25 years, you will have with bank interest 0.5%, 160,309. This is, we are not looking at the hukum or anything, just understanding this is how saving works. Okay, so going to the next one. Okay, if you invest, and here we are talking about 4% returns. Okay, not 6, not 8, not 10, 4% returns. You invest regularly, meaning that you have 4% every year. 4%, 4%, 4% per annum. You will have gain 193,433, which is 30,000, or I would say 43,000 more than what you save. Okay, which is, I would say, a wise and an efficient way of saving. Okay, however, you can also achieve 337,909 if the return is at 8%. Okay, yeah. But however, like I said, why I choose to show to you the 4% return is for us to uh manage our expectation. Okay, can it be more than 8% every year? Yes. Just look at the case study that I showed, just 100,000. It is 15% just in a few months. Okay, so this is where it can go up, but of course not every year will be a good year. So this is where if you average out, it can be 4% and it can be 8%. And why 8% specifically is because 8% is the maximum amount of percentage that the MAS, Monetary Authority of Singapore, okay, allow for us to show the projection. If more than 8%, it's like a red flag in a sense lah. Okay, so this is something for everyone. If someone comes to you and say that, okay, this has a 50% growth, for example, okay, and it's guaranteed, okay, there's no risk involved, then I would say that that is a red flag. Okay, yeah. So this is where you save for your retirement, you create your own investment fund, okay, and you can actually get more than what you save. Okay, it can be more, 40,000 more, or it can be double the amount. Okay, right. Okay, so this is something very important. But okay, I'm sure that there's but in your mind. Okay, but there are risks in investment. Okay, no investment can guarantee you returns. If there are people saying that, then this is a red flag. Okay, it might be, and most probably, a scam. Okay, so I'm saying here clearly that there are risks in investment, including the investment that I can help you. Okay, so but what you can do, okay, to actually uh, mitigate the risk, lower the risk, is to do these three things. And you can do this on your own. If you want to do with your own stocks, please do so. Okay, firstly is for you to do long-term investing. If you see here, this is the S&P 500, the Standard and Poor, the 500 companies, okay, in in America, okay, their stocks, for example, their uh, the one unit, okay, of the S&P 500, okay, you can see that if you start investing in 1980 or 1970, right, okay, it will have grown so much, and you can actually see for every 10 years it has actually goes up, okay, every 10 years. And if you take 20 years, it will definitely go up. So this is where the game for investing is to go for long, okay, long-term investing. Okay, investing and trading is different. Trading, if you say that, oh, but my friend is doing trading. Trading is you have to monitor it every single day. Investing, you don't have to monitor it every single day. Every few weeks or every few months is sufficient. Then you do your switching. Okay, all right. So again, focus on the long term and not just the short term. Okay, especially for investing. And I think also investing helps you a lot in terms of understanding life lah. So investing, okay, this is one thing that I learned from investing. Anything that goes up will go down. Anything that goes down will go up. So what we do is that when it's up, okay, we do not be too happy, but rather we are cautious. And when it's down, we don't be too sad, because inshallah it will go up again. And that's why we need time. If you have a 20 years holding, 25 years holding, then you will not be sad or you will not be worried if it goes down today, because I have 20 years more to actually, do the switching. Okay. Second, okay, or this is also inside the first strategy, is to do diversification. So usually what people do is people invest in stocks or people invest in crypto. So but what I do is that I invest in fund houses, and these fund houses I can choose different sectors. So I can choose technology fund, I can choose healthcare fund, I can choose tourism fund. So this way I actually diversify and I mitigate the risk. And in the technology fund, I invest, the fund house will invest in Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, okay, and other Nvidia, for example. So what will happen is that if you invest only in Apple, if Apple goes down, then all of your investment will go down. But if you invest in these fund houses and these fund houses will invest in these individual stocks, if Apple goes down, you still have Microsoft holding the fort, Samsung holding the fort. If Samsung goes down, you still have Apple. So this is where you actually, mitigate the risk. Okay, but if you say, Ustaz, but what if I just invest in Apple, it goes up, then it really goes up? Yes, so means that it's more risky. Okay, there's more risk, so high risk, high return lah. Okay, yeah, so but this is where we mitigate the risk. Okay, we want to ensure that you still have the returns, but we want to mitigate, we want to lower down the risk of you losing your money. Okay, right. And another thing that we also do to mitigate the risk is for you to do every yearly investment. Okay, so if you see here, if you invest in the first year, you invest $6,000, and one unit is 100, one unit is $1. So you will get 6,000 in shares or 6,000 unit. Second year, suddenly the price goes down. Okay, when the price goes down, okay, you will feel a bit sad. Oh no, my 6,000 shares already now cost $3,000. I already lose half of my money. But if you are still investing, you are still going into the long term, you will continue investing $6,000. But at that point of time, you invest $6,000 with the price of 50 cents, you will get double of the shares, which is 12,000 units. So right now you actually already have more units. You last year you buy 6,000, now you buy 12,000. Okay, then the next year, alhamdulillah, it grows up to $2. So if you continue investing $6,000, actually you only gain 3,000 units or shares. Okay, but however, because you already invested last year and last 2 years, you already have 18,000 shares, plus 3,000 is 21,000 shares. Okay, you actually bought one share with the price of 85 cents. Why? Because you dollar cost average, meaning that every year you buy, okay, you actually take the average of it. Okay, you don't just buy everything into the $1, then you hope it goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. No, you do yearly investment. Okay, so from here actually, if you have 21,000 shares, right? Imagine 21,000 shares with the price of $2. How much does it cost now? It is the account value is actually 42,000. So you invest $18,000, you get 42,000. This is an example to understand that whenever it's down, we actually should put more. Whenever it's up, we should be more careful. We cannot be like very happy. Okay, yeah. So this is again one of the ways for you to mitigate the risk. Okay, okay. So a question, okay, maybe a question goes into your head like, no, what do I invest in? Okay, so what I invest in technology. Okay, you see here, there's technology. There's also energy. Energy is like oil, gas. We have gold, Global Sharia Fund, and Sukuk Fund. So I invest only in these five. I can even invest in more healthcare or other things. However, I choose to invest in these five because I can focus on these five. Okay, then if there's anything that I should do, I can change and then I will change. So right now, okay, for your information, technology is doing well. Global Sharia Fund is doing well. Okay, energy also doing quite well. Only the Sukuk Fund. The Sukuk Fund is a Sukuk. What is Sukuk again? Sukuk is like a bond. So it is, the risk is lower, but it doesn't grow much. So this is why we use the Sukuk as what we call a hedge, meaning that we want to protect the portfolio. And we also buy the Sukuk, okay, the bond, if we already accumulate a lot. So for example, I put in 10,000, I already get 15,000, I gain $5,000, right? In order for me to protect that money, I don't want to go into the roller coaster of the funds, go up, go down, go up, go down, right? What I do, I put into Sukuk fund. So the Sukuk fund is like, very stable lah. Sometimes go up, sometimes go down a bit, but only a bit, 0.5%, okay, 0.2%, okay. So it is not that much. Maybe the highest is 2%, so it goes up and now, but very little, very low volatility. Okay, yeah. So why is it important to understand all of this is for us to know that another way for you to mitigate is for you to switch funds. Okay, so not just buy and just close your eyes. No, buy, then after that we monitor. Example, one of the things, when do I switch fund? When I saw there's a discount, and I see there's a discount. So for example, the normal price of energy is $6.20. Then now I look through, then suddenly tomorrow I see, oh, it's already $5.80. So this is where, okay, let me buy. When I buy it, okay, like I said, anything that goes down will go up. So when I buy $5.80, when it goes up, and I will have profited around $400, just like that. And when it goes up, usually it will go in the upward trend. Okay, then you will not stop at 620, it will go up 630, 640, 650. Okay, yeah, so this is an example of when do I switch funds. Okay, and this is an example. If you invest $5,800, then if the price goes up to $6.20 back, then you will get $6,200, which is a profit of $400, just like that, because you switch funds when there is a discount. Okay, discount here means that the low prices of the fund. Okay, okay, another time when we switch fund is when situation seems bleak. The reason being why we switch fund when we forecast that there will be bad news, bad economy, because for example, imagine this, you already gain $400. Okay, that's just an example. Okay, then suddenly or you can forecast that, oh, it will go down. So imagine it goes down $5.80 back. So it means that you do not actually profit anything. What you profited now is actually a paper profit, meaning that it's just profit in your account only. But you don't really actually really manage to secure it. So one of the ways for you to secure is for you to switch into a safer fund. So this is where switching of fund is very important. Okay. Okay, so there's a question here. When you shift fund, how would you know the discount won't go lower and you make a loss? Okay, so when you switch fund, so this is where you have to not be greedy. Okay, meaning that you have to monitor the fund and you have to understand that whatever that goes down will go up. Okay, so the question here is that how will you know the discount won't go lower? Okay, so this is where you have to look into what we call the lowest price or the all-time high price. So if you know that, oh, this is the all-time high, so this is where you start to be careful. Or if you look at, oh, this one, the normal price is $6. Now it's $5. So it's already below, all right? So can it go down? Yes, it can go down. Okay, but however, whatever goes down will go back up. Okay, so this is what people like when they question themselves. Okay, will it go down? Will it go down? Will it go down? And they are not say greedy, but they just feel that I want to get the perfect one. I want it to be the lowest price, which you will not know. Confirm you will not know. Then suddenly, it goes back up. Oh, I missed the chance. Okay, it's okay. I'll wait again. So this is where you have to take what we will take the average one. Okay, like I said, okay, the the example that I mentioned just now, this energy fund, the lowest is actually $3. But for 1 or 2 years, it never went to $3. It goes around $4 or $5. The minimum is $5 lah. So this is where we have to be smart. And this is where the monitoring is important. That is the same as, this question is the same as how would you know that the price is going up? Okay, example, it's already $6.20, right? It's already $6.20. It goes 6.60, it goes $7. Okay, now the question is, when do I pull it back? Okay, when do I make it into a safer fund? This is a question. Okay, so do I just wait until it's at the highest? Okay, or I just not be greedy. I know that, okay, this is the limit. I already profited enough, and this is where I switch. Okay, so this is the importance of monitoring. Okay, you will not know the discount will be going lower or the lowest, but at least you know you are at the, you are at the lower level. Okay, you are not at the average level. Okay, and again, you have to take note that anything that goes down will go up. Okay, so this is where if you see it's already down, it's an opportunity. I will switch for you. I'll say to you, okay, Mr. Muhammad, it's already down. Would you want to have a switch? This is an opportunity, right? And inshallah, you go back up. But it not go back up tomorrow or next week. It can go back up next month or next 2 months. This is where the game needs patience. Okay? Yeah, so I hope that I answered your question, and properly lah. Okay? Okay. Okay, so an example of this, right? So what I actually switched. So from the technology fund, I switched to Sukuk fund because at that point of time, the US market is a bit unstable, and there's rumors of it crashing, for example. So this is where I think, okay, let me change from technology to Sukuk, where Sukuk is more to Asia, Middle East, for example. So this is why I put into the Sukuk fund lah. And if you see, the Sukuk fund is also no, not really volatile lah. Okay, all right, so I think that's the 3 strategies that I will do. Okay, and you can also do for your own investment also. Okay, and take note that this is also, if you already have your investment, right, you can also try to change the objective into preparing for 60. Okay, yeah, but of course, again, you need to have the time, you need to have the energy, you need to have the knowledge to actually monitor, okay, not just the funds, but example, if stocks, example, ETF, whatever that you're investing, you can actually start to prepare for your 60 lah. Okay, so these are the strategies that I use in order for me to help my clients. First, do it long term. Okay, the more the time, the more the power, the holding power that you have, the more that you are not worried about your investment. Because it goes down now, next month, next 2 months, next 3 months, next 6 months, it can go up back. No worries. Okay. But of course, you need to monitor lah. Okay. Secondly, diversify. Don't put everything in one basket. Okay, as of for the funds, it's already diversified already. So that's why I don't put 5, 6, or 10. No, one fund is already diversified. Okay, so this is where I maybe choose just three lah. Example just now, technology, energy, and also Sharia, global Sharia fund. Okay, so these are the three funds that no I will do. If there's opportunity, I will switch to other funds. Okay, right. So once you are 50, so for example, okay, if you remember just now, okay, we can see the numbers that no, it goes double. 150,000, it goes 300 plus. Okay, 300,000 plus. So once you are 55 years old, okay, if you do the first step, okay, the growth of your CPF, okay, we hope that you are able to choose the full retirement sum and you can catch out the rest of your CPF monies. Okay, and why you have to cash out? Okay, not cash out just because, cash out to actually grow it into a more growing fund. Because example, if you just put it into OA, it will just grow 2.5%. So why not you start to put into other other platforms which can give you more growth lah. Or you can enjoy the CPF monies and can give and share the happiness to your friends, to your family. Okay, so up to you lah what you want to use, but at least you have already chosen full retirement sum, which you will get around 1,650 when you are 65 years old, right? Yeah, so this is the first, okay, the first, I would say, result that we want, okay? Once you are 60, so now that is 55 years old, okay? You already get your CPF money, alhamdulillah. So once you are 60 years old, if you see, right, you already have, if you already prepare from now, from your 35 years old, okay, your nest egg will be 337,909. So you already have this amount of money. So how would you get your monthly income? Okay, so that's how I get my monthly income. You have two ways. Okay, the first way is for you to use dividend. Okay, what does it mean? It means that I'm investing in a fund that pay out dividend. It's like I'm investing in a company that gives me profits of the company. Similarly, I'm putting it on a dividend fund that is giving profits from the fund itself. Okay, so this is where you put some of the money there, and that's where you get the monthly payout. Or you do like CPF, meaning that CPF, you take out monthly payout while the rest of it you make it continue to grow. So example, 337,000, maybe 2,000 you take every month. So it will decrease. However, while it is decreasing, you can still invest. Okay, yeah, and can still make it grow lah, even though it's not that much, because you don't want to put it into a risky portfolio, because you need the money, right? You need the monthly payout. However, you can put it in a very safe fund lah that can go up to 2%, 3%, for example. Okay, right. So example, what is the example of this dividend? Okay, so this is an example that I already did for my client. Okay, so this is, they invested 80,000 in a dividend fund. So actually, if you see here, this is every month is pay now to their account. Okay, you don't even have to do anything. It's pay now automatically. So it can be from 325. Okay, and so it range between 250 to $300. So this is if you put 80,000. Imagine if you put 300,000, okay, which may go up to maybe around 900 or 1,002. You can just, and take note, dividend paying fund, your money is still there. Meaning that if you put 80,000, the 80,000 is still there. If it drops a bit, but the money is still there, but you receive this monthly payout. Okay. Another example, okay, a real life example, a case study, a client invested 80,000 in dividend funds. And for this particular client, he actually received 430 to 470. So it is not, it depends on what you put in. Okay, which is what we will discuss together. Okay, like, okay, where do you want to put in? You want to put this, you want to put in this, and this is where we will discuss whether the fund is actually safe or not, an example. So for this particular client, he actually invested in two dividend fund. One is Japan, one is Singapore. Okay, so you see here the Japan you get 200 plus, the Singapore you get 200 plus, so you get around 430 to 470. Again, this is 80,000. Imagine it is 300,000 plus. Okay, so it can be maybe 1,002. Okay, 1,002 or 1,006, for example. Okay, yeah. So this is where, just imagine if you put totally 337,909 into a dividend paying fund, then you will get around 800 to 1,004 monthly. Okay, pay now into your account. Okay, so this is again, okay, something that you can think of. So, but the question is, imagine if you just start to prepare when you're 50, when you're 55. This is where there's not enough time. And that's where we have to start early. Okay, you start early, right? So, example just now is $500 per month or $6,000 per year. You can actually achieve 337,000 after 25 years. Can it go more? Yes. But this is to manage our expectation. Okay, so it's 800 to 1,000 for monthly, and this is not included your CPF life. Okay, so maybe 60 years old, you can still work, you can relax, right? You have 1,004 monthly into your account. So you can just work, more lah. You can work lesser, you can choose, a relaxed job, okay, occupation. Okay. Yeah, then 65 you get more. You get 1,006 plus 1,004. If you want to work, you can still work if you want to work, for example. Okay. So that's why I created this campaign preparing for 60. Okay, doesn't mean you have to retire at 60. You can still work, for your passion and still get paid for it, but at least you know that you have a safety net, you have a passive monthly income for you to fall on if, for example, you are sick, you don't have energy, or you don't have the mood to work. I still have my money and my monthly income. Okay, and also you will be independent, and you can even help maybe your family, or if you have grandchildren, you can belanja them lah. Okay, you don't have to worry about money. I can belanja my cucu lah. Okay, yeah. Another example, if you want to do the monthly payout also can, but of course, again, this is the 337,000. So if you see here, right, 337,000 here, I divided into 14 years. Monthly, you can actually get $2,000, but I do not calculate the growth, meaning that I just imagine if there's no growth, I just take out 2,000 until 74. You can actually, the money will last until 74 years old. Okay, so if you have the CPF life, it will be more than that also. It will add it into this $2,000. And if it is more than 300,000, it can be more than $2,000. Okay. Personally, if you ask me, I've seen the benefits of dividend fund. So that can be, that can be used lah. Okay. But if you want more, then you can do the monthly payouts lah. Okay. Yeah. So basically at the end of the day, okay, your objective is to have monthly income at 60 and beyond. Okay. So at 2024, if you invest, okay, if you start, so what is the first step? Okay, the first step is for you to invest a lump sum in a CPF. Okay. So another step is for you to invest yourself, okay, into a fund so that it can be your monthly income or preparation for monthly income. So if you pay 150,000, it will become, okay, for 8% of growth per year, 337,000. Okay. Then after that, you can actually get either 800 to 1,004 at 60 years old. Okay. Or you can also get $2,000 monthly. Okay. Yeah, so this is something for you to think about. Okay, so the investment part again, okay, this is the concept. The platform, you can use unit trust, you can use stocks, you can use crypto, up to you what you want to use. Okay, but you also have to understand your own risk. Okay, uh, and this is something that I also do to help people also. Okay, I also do to serve you. Okay, if you want to, you know, work together to actually prepare a monthly income at 60 years, because we know that sometimes we are too busy with life that we cannot manage ourselves, and that's where we need help, right? So this is where, you know, I can also help, okay, with this. Okay, and this is the just a projected amount. Can it be more? You can put more than 6,000? Of course can. Okay, but of course, again, this is just a projected, I would say, amount lah. Okay, for us to look into. Okay, and again, the objective of this is not just to be rich and to be, you know, to enjoy, but rather for us to have the money for us to use for our loved ones, for ourselves when we are 60 years old. Okay, because we do not know, maybe our family needs help at that point of time. So this is where, if you have this, you can actually help them, or you can help yourself and not us not being a burden for other people also. Okay, right. Okay, so inshallah, this is where no, I think my presentation ends, and if you have any question, you can actually ask now, inshallah. Right, yeah, start the recording. Okay, so okay, so is there any questions so far? To start the recording.